over. The New York Jets won. Before we get into like whether this was a good win, bad win, whatever, the Jets are on fire. I don't even think they're the worst team in the league. I mean, obviously they're not anymore. They're the second worst because the Jaguars are worse. But 8 straight games, the Jets scored on the first drive. Hyperdrive is in motion, and then
Yeah.
they beat the Rams, who were 9-4. Looking at the playoffs, probably going to make the playoffs. Are the Jets a playoff team?
Yeah, I mean, do you extend Adam
I mean,
Gase? Like, it's the
do you?
age-old question. I mean,
He,
you don't want to play the Jets right now. If you're a playoff team,
oh
like, you don't
God,
want to deal with the Jets.
dude, the
But I mean,
Browns are in for a rude awakening.
yeah. And like, I always love the Sam Darnold Baker Mayfield games because Colin Cowherd is still trying to cling to the fake that Sam Darnold's a better quarterback. And then Baker Mayfield, I don't think he's ever lost to Sam Darnold. So he just shoves it down his throat every time they play. But for the Jets, like, it's a tough, like, yeah, like you basically just fucked yourself for 20 years. But like, I feel like it's still
Do you
hard to
th- like
tell.
that to me is such like an outrageous statement? How like you're
Oh,
like,
it's a
yeah, you
pretty
fucked
big
yourself for
assumption. Yeah.
like you're like everyone's like Carson Wentz. Like we've seen not Carson Wentz, Trevor Lawrence. We've seen people come into the league that are supposed to be amazing and just fall the fuck off.
Yeah.
But I mean, you don't really see that happening from Trevor Lawrence, I guess.
Yeah, I mean Trevor Lawrence is kind of like he's as safe of a bet as you've seen since like your Joe Burrow, Andrew Luck type guys. But again, like I just think it's hard to yeah, you're tanking, but like I think it's hard to just go out and tell a bunch of professional athletes like don't win. Like they're going and especially it's a game like football. It's not like baseball you're going up there it's like strike out. It's like football. Like if you lose, you're getting the shit kicked out of you. And
Yeah,
especially
like
like
literally.
yeah. And then like especially like an old dude like Frank Gore, who knows, this could be his last season. Does he really want to go 0-16? And with Sam Darnold, I don't even think they're an 0-16 team. So it kind of like you said, like I really don't think they're the worst team. So it kind of makes sense they didn't get the first pick.
Dude, yeah, and Sam Darnold is technically fighting for his job. The win today secured him his job. Like they're
Yeah.
not going to go get a quarterback anymore.
Well, I mean they have the 2 pick. It's Justin
You,
Fields, but that's the question. Like, would you rather have Sam Darnold or
everyone's
Justin
saying
Fields?
like don't get just like
I don't
everyone.
think he's gonna be good.
I don't. I mean, I don't, he might be good, but like Darnold's probably better than him. Like, I still have faith in Sam Darnold. I don't think he's the
Yeah.
worst player in the world. He's they're what 1-14 now, and he still plays with like heart. Like I mean, that's kind of
Yeah.
all you can ask from a guy right now. And then you put like Devontae Smith. People like go out get Devontae Smith, like an electric playmaker like that. You put that him in the Jets. You're not gonna be good, but you give Sam Darnold something. He has
Yeah,
literally nothing
and
right now.
he is dealing with the worst coach in the league by a mile. Like Adam Gase is such a fucking idiot. But say they are looking to replace the because yeah, I do have to think they're probably going to pay Donald, but maybe not that much. He did just go 1-15 most likely. But I would say silver lining for the Jets is say you are going to draft a quarterback. Like first round quarterbacks, I don't think they're that much of a gamble on anymore. There have been 12 taken in the last 3 years, and 10 have been good or are at least looking like they're going to be good. Only two that we can say I think have whiffed are Dwayne Haskins and Josh Rosen. And so it's like it used to be like half of these guys were whiffing. Now like they're all coming in and making an impact. Like Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, all these guys drafted in the first round. Like they're coming in and playing. So it's not like a real crapshoot, especially with the second pick.
So you think Justin Fields could be a move?
I don't know if he's the guy, but there's also other prospects.
The
And also,
BYU guy, dude, I think I saw a thing. It was like Trevor Lawrence 1, and then it was Justin Fields 2, and then the BYU quarterback. I don't. His name's
Zach
escaping me right
Wilson.
now. He was going like top 6.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of hype, and so is Trey Lance. I think he's at North Dakota State.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think it's just like for those guys, like I really don't think you're gonna see like a one only Trevor Lawrence is the good one out of the 4 of them. Like I think if you're taking a quarterback in the first round, like it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it definitely can be. Dude, I was thinking about it like the way like MLB works. Like you can't really can you tank in the MLB and get the number 1 pick in the draft?
And it doesn't. It's less of an impact though. Like
It's less of
basketball,
an
if you get the
impact.
number 1 pick immediately,
That's
you
what I'm
can't
saying.
control.
Basketball's a lottery system. So like
Oh,
you'll
true.
see the Knicks, you're like, oh, they're getting Zion. The Pelicans somehow get the first pick in the draft. Like in the NFL, what they should do is have like they should go what would I say? The teams that play the most competitive games the next 2 weeks should be given Trevor Lawrence, basically, because they both
Yeah.
want Trevor Lawrence. The Jaguars have Bears and the Colts. You're obviously going to try to lose. Like, so the Bears need to win. If the Bears win out, they're in the playoffs. The Colts are fighting for a playoff spot. So they're both going to be playing hard. The Jaguars could easily just roll over and get smoked and get the number 1 pick, which they probably
You know
will.
what they should
The
do?
What should
Sorry
they
to cut
do?
you off, but if they're say it's a situation like this year where two teams are tied for the first pick, the
Play each
week,
other?
yeah, the week when they play the Pro Bowl, instead of the Pro Bowl, just fucking first round pick,
That's
first overall
what
pick
that
bowl.
exactly. It should be something different. And then like the
Yeah,
Jets play Browns and
play for it.
Patriots. You just
Yeah,
have to play a good game. Like yeah, if
play each
they're
other.
both gonna, no one's gonna win.
They
Maybe
should
now the
just
Jets
have
might win. The Jets are
they
like,
should
okay, we
have
shot ourselves in the foot.
Trevor Lawerence just standing on the fucking sidelines like a trophy. And then if you win the game, he just like you just throw a jersey on him, like fuck the draft, just do it right then and there.
That'd be so hype. Imagine just have the Jets, and it's the best game of the year too. Like
Yeah.
it's like 45-44 at the end. The Jets go down, kick a 63-yard field goal to win the game. They get Trevor Lawrence.
But the only thing is, if you're Sam Darnold in that game, you're getting the start. You're like, I'm gonna play like fucking shit because I
Oh,
don't
that's
want Trevor
so
Lawrence to
true.
take my job.
Shit. I guess yeah. Since it's like a quarterback, like if it was like a defensive end that you wanted, like then it's like okay, like this game would make sense. But yeah, the quarterbacks. Why would the quarterback? But both quarterbacks would want their
Maybe you do
job.
7-on-7 with like the GM, owner, coach, and then they pick three like players. But like, yeah, obviously you're not picking your quarterback.
Or Madden. What if you wanted to throw in a Madden? Get
Madden,
esports,
yeah, just
esports
esports,
represented.
sure, or maybe just
You could.
box, fucking scrap.
That seems to be the wave. Like if you have a problem with anyone now, you just box. Jose Canseco might get in the ring now.
Yeah,
It's going. This shit's going crazy. I mean, since we were touching on Baker Mayfield.